sakit sa kagulbeakan Siyong iruto ka Ananak sikritong lang Asa nang nabewala Tingnan siyo de Saginig ito mga Nikat man nag-isip ko Dura manit Kasi nakitare ko Ayaw mo kaisip rahata A veces no tapo Ansing de aroma Sikaso
Thank the organizers for inviting me here to be on this very, very auspicious day of commemorating the human rights, the International Human Rights Day on the 10th of December. And this year's theme, as has already been mentioned, is our everyday essentials. I think commemorating the day of human rights is not a celebration, but I think it should be a reflection. Because in today's world, everything has changed. There is so much happening around us. And though we know what human rights is all about, we know our rights, and every day there are so many things that are coming up. You have the RTIs, you have the right to information, your human right, your rights to everything that is available. But as responsible citizens of the world, of the nation, of society, what is our response? And how do we reflect this concept of human rights into society? When I was invited for this event, I was also warned not to take too much of time, because as an academician, sir told me you can speak for hours together, but I will restrict myself and speak only what is needed. In 2025, the very foundations of human rights have been put to the test. Inequalities are rising, conflicts are raging, and climate emergency is mounting, and there are elements that try to deepen divisions within societies and between countries. But as, once again, responsible citizens, we must not give up. We need more solidarity and more human rights to address the current challenges. It is crucial to keep advocating for our fundamental rights. when you just talk in abstract about human rights, this abstract becomes real only when we realize that everyday actions like spending time with family, reading the news, walking freely, drinking clean water, or enjoying a meal together are made possible by human rights in practice. Human rights are a shared responsibility. In the world today, we are facing so many challenges, but working together, we can build a future where every person, everywhere, can live in dignity and freedom, which is the essence of our basic human rights. I would like to just mention, I was very impressed when I read an article about Albert Einstein. I think all of us know who he is, the great physicist. We only think of him about what he did, about his contribution to physics, and also that he won the Nobel Prize in 1921. He has left behind a legacy beyond science. He was known as a theoretical physicist. Though he concentrated on what he essentially was interested in, he was equally vocal about peace, civil rights, and humanitarian concerns. The quote reflects that, I'm not giving you the quote because it's quite lengthy, the broader side of his personality, one that encouraged people to move beyond individual concerns and embrace a shared responsibility towards the world. I think that is very, very important because it speaks of him widening the circles of compassion and to embrace not only other humans but also all living creatures and the whole world. So we see such a great person who not only was able to discover something and was able to inspire in the field of physics, but he also had a human side to his personality. As a teacher, I would like to reiterate the fact, and I quote from Malala Yousafzai, let us remember, one book, one pen, one child, and one teacher can change the world. Human rights is a reminder to us today that we need to be conscious of what is happening around us. It is a reminder that all people, no matter where they live, how they look, what they believe in, or what language they speak, deserve dignity, equality, and freedom. This reflection, I think, as individuals in society, we need to shape the world that is around us. How best can we do it? And as this year's theme says about the essentials, the everyday essentials, I think we should draw from that to say that whatever kind of change we want to bring in society has to begin basically from the home, from the family, from the institution where we go to, and then to society. That is the way we reflect our conscious behavior, and that reflects in human society. We talk of inequalities in society, we talk of gender disparity, we talk of poverty, we talk of so many things. But human rights, I think, as we observe what is happening around us, is changing every day. There are new frontiers of human rights. They are not just confined to our past struggles, they evolve with our changing world. One is definitely what we see around us is climate justice. Every day, when you watch the news or you read the newspaper, you find something new. The people tell you, the news informs you that there is a volcano erupting after so many years, the ashes of which have reached up to our own country. You find tsunamis all over. You find earthquakes happening all around the world. Why? These are, of course, man-made disasters around us. We are denying the rights of people who live in these areas because of technology, because of advancement. We have been destroying our own universe and our own system. We have contributed to this global warming in the name of development. Technology and digital rights. All these phrases are new. I am one generation away. I am old school of thought. And only yesterday at our university we had a very, very powerful seminar on artificial intelligence. It is taking the world today. Artificial intelligence, data collection, surveillance systems and digital platforms are reshaping society. They enhance possibilities, but they also bring new threats. Privacy violations, misinformation and digital inequality. The question is no longer whether technology will advance, but whether human rights will advance with it. We also face economic equality, which has been all along. You have the gap between wealth and poverty, which is widening. Economic exploitation, unsafe working conditions, and precarity faced by migrant laborers. Rights of indigenous and marginalized communities. Indigenous people safeguard some of the world's richest ecological and cultural heritage. When I came here to Tura, and my observation on my readings and at meetings, I have come to realize the richness of indigenous societies.